Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we now have seen Sony getting caught lying, and this is kind of driving a little bit more controversy over here when it comes to the Helldiver situation. Now, if you guys have missed the past few days or earlier in today's video, we've now been seeing Helldivers getting a lot of bad negative PR, where they're now requiring PC players to link and or create a PlayStation account in the PlayStation Network in order to keep on playing the game. Now, there was a little bit of a pop-up when the game first initially came up, but you're able to go and skip it, and apparently right now people are finding the basically the frequently asked questions and highlighting the fact that some certain countries actually do not require you to actually have it synced on up, while Sony on the other hand is actually stating, yeah, we actually do have to have this required. Now hopefully Sony will have a chance to go and come out and just bring stuff up or maybe backtrack it or whatever it might be. Sometimes on the weekend things are a bit more on the the chill side, or maybe even by the time this video is uploaded maybe something else will be changed up or they'll have another new statement, but it does kind of seem a little bit on the unlikely side. So we're gonna go talk about this and show you guys some things. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We're actually doing our 10-year Twitch anniversary, so come swing on by right now. We actually might be live right this second. Link down below. Some come say hi, or just leave it up in the background. Go and support on up, and of course follow the Twitter if you guys would like. So as I mentioned, we actually have some pretty intriguing stuff over here where we're now seeing that people have caught Sony changing their words. And as well, also at some countries, they never actually changed it yet, or they might be in the process of trying to cover this stuff on up. Saying, caught Sony changing their own words. Accounts were optional, like in the first picture. Sony comes in and now says it's required, and we're changing the wording for the PSN PC games. And people are obviously upset about this one, because no one wants to go and see Sony getting caught. Saying, what are the benefits of signing into PSN on PC? By signing to PSN PC, you can access unique bonus content, magic communications, get your friend request or whatever it might be. Do I have to sign in on PSN to play a PlayStation game on PC? Signing in to PSN is optional when playing a game on PC. This right here is the big one. Do I have to sign in to PSN, which is what they're requiring for Helldivers, to play a PlayStation game on PC, aka on Steam, aka where the whole controversy is coming? Signing into PSN is optional. Like, there's no other words you really have to say besides just looking at that when playing a PlayStation game on PC. Like, that's all you got to do. Like, it's just right there. Do I have to sign into PSN for each PlayStation game? No. Once you have synced your account for PlayStation Network for one game, it is synced for all the other PlayStation games on PC. If you unlink your account, it is unlinked for all games. Like, boom. Like, this is like verbatim as is. And you have a chance to go for some of these frequently asked questions too as well. And this is where the change, like, look, you see how this wording is? And you have, do I have to sign in to PSN to play a PlayStation game on PC? Do I have to sign in? They have changed the wording now. Some PlayStation games may require you to sign in and link an account for PSN, aka the big drama right now with Helldivers. So you guys can see the big distinctions over here. Signing in is optional. Signing in is required. This is horrible. Like, they're changing this type of stuff. And also some people are even saying in some languages like French, it still actually never got changed and updated. And it says it's not required, but then you switch to English and oh boy, it says differently too as well. And this one was rough. Like, this is horrible. Like, people are very, very much upset about those two as well. And they said, here is one I took from the FAQ on the Helldivers 2 page. I'm sure it'll be changed as well. This was about an hour and a half ago of this writing. And you guys can kind of see the same exact picture on over here. We can look through all this type of stuff. You get to see all this type of stuff. And like, I think it's intriguing that they're even trying to cover this up right now in the first place. Because it's here, like the game, like it's literally on the PlayStation website. Do I need a PSN account to play games on PC? No, you currently do not need a PSN account to play PlayStation games. But you will need a Steam account to redeem your voucher code. Some of the PlayStation Studios titles also offer incentives for linking your Steam and PSN accounts, which this is how I think it should be. If there is an incentive for people, say people playing Helldivers or checking out the game itself, that is what I think is what people really want. Like, if it's a bonus, if it's not a requirement, if that's always a requirement, people get upset about that. Like, no one wants to deal with that. And I understand. Like, I am the same exact boat. I completely understand. Because if I'm forced to do this after like 3 or 4 months after the game came out, or if I'm a pure PC guy, and I'm not usually a PC guy myself, you know what I mean? Like, let's say I'm like, not usually a PlayStation guy, but I'm usually a PC guy. Then at that point, I don't really want to go and have to add more stuff. Or once again, we highlight this a lot in other prior like videos. Some people are in different regions that do not even have actual access to PlayStation as a whole. Like, they literally, maybe like we saw a guy that was in Kazakhstan, which is kind of funny because we had like the people responding and memeing on the Borat memes, if you guys saw that video before. But like, it's kind of like, hey, Like, some people just don't have actual access. They literally cannot go and utilize this. And it makes me kind of sad because it looks like Sony kind of just like, whatever. Like, we made our money, we sold the game, whatever. And I do think this is a really bad look when it comes to trying to get people on the PC side, because we're now seeing them actively getting caught changing these things on the websites. Or they probably want to add this, they probably want to force it. It's one of their bigger PC games ever. Like, this is huge, especially because it's not like a pure like shove down your face PlayStation game. Like, if it's a Spider-Man, we know it's a PlayStation game. If it's a God of War game, we know it's a PlayStation game. Days Gone, maybe, we probably know it's a PlayStation game. But this is the one game where a lot of people didn't 100% know that this was an actual PlayStation game. So people are upset about this because it's like, hey, like, we're getting bait and switch, and people are upset about all this type of stuff, you know? And this is where people are like seeing like, oh, shot, oh my God. It's like seeing the whole Tarkov situation almost maybe being worse. People are like, what is even going on to as well? This needs to be brought to attention, which is why I'm even making this video. So if you guys are making through this video, leave a like in your comment, like on your dissatisfaction of this, because it is kind of a big deal. It's like, it's not fun. We don't want this to be a precedent when it comes to game as a whole. And this is where they're saying like, well, it's time to they decide to put their foot down over here. That's my cue to just leave and get out of the game itself. They're saying this is illegal in the European Union, which makes sense. They're kind of baiting and switching, and they're changing things up. Should we take bets on how long it takes before they require people to pay for PlayStation Plus, even on PC, to go and play the multiplayer? Which, as I've mentioned on a few of these videos on this drama, that's like the issue, is that they're not really respecting the place or the PC culture. They're trying to basically be like, this is a PlayStation game. You play it how we play it in PlayStation. But consoles are slightly different than PC. Steam is different than this. And like, what people are okay with and accepting on PC is not that much more different. But I would say console people are kind of, we're giving it to you, you take it, enjoy. While PC people, like, we're used to modding, changing games, early access, like, or refunds, is especially like Steam's very good on refunding games that are buggy, get broken, get messed up, or whatever it might be. And this is kind of a big deal because it seems like PlayStation is losing a lot of favor. And here's even like all like the reviews where it's like, freedom doesn't come free, let them feel. And like, people are just upset, man. Like, you're going through these comments, and understandably so, people are not happy because this really is a bait and switch. This is literally them getting caught changing. Like, I don't want to say this is really their terms of service because it's not technically, but the FAQ is somewhat like relative. This is like meant for the easy, you glance at it, you know what you're going to expect, all this. And I just don't think people are very happy with this. Like, the reviews are kind of getting warranted. It just seems like the reception and the returns for this are not what people are really expecting. So I want to hear your thoughts on everything down below. Leave a like if you guys agree, and if not, give me your thoughts. Like I said, you guys can swing by the Twitch as well if you guys would like to. We're doing our 10-year celebration, so we're probably maybe drunk or something like now at this point, or follow the Twitter for updates on everything else. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.